How are we doing, trombones? It's Mr. Pesky. This is your video for working on the songs for page 9 in your Songster Mastery book. If you haven't gone back and reviewed pages 1 through 8 to make sure you're solid on that, that's important so that you can understand what we're doing here on page 9. You'll need your Songster Mastery book, you'll need a pencil and your trombone, and of course whatever device you're watching this video on. So the first thing I want you to do is write in your note names and circle the positions. While you're doing that, I'll remind you that this is a video, so you can rewind this as many times as you need to. So if you have a question or a problem, just pause it, go back and watch it again. So if you haven't finished writing, you can pause it right now, but this is what you should have there on that first line. B flat, first position down low, C, sixth position, D, fourth position, E flat, third position, F, first position up high, and G, fourth position up high. So G and D are both fourth, but one is low and one is high. Okay, so let's practice playing those together. Make sure your sound matches mine. Let's do a little buzz first. Some good buzzing going. And B flat's down low, sounds like this. You play B flat. Play it with me. Ready? Go. And as you do this video, if you hear that your note's sounding different than mine, make sure you go back and fix that, okay? The next note is C. It's all the way out to sixth position. Ready? Go. Next note is D, fourth position. Next note is E flat, just pat inside the bell. Next note is F, first position. And then G, fourth position up high. And if yours came out too low, it would sound like that. So make sure you're up high with me, okay? Now, look at the next line of notes. It goes B flat, C, D, E flat, F, E flat, D, C, B flat. Say that and move your slide with me. Ready? Go. B flat, C, D, E flat, F, E flat, D, C, B flat. Let's play that together. Ready? Go. So those are the pattern of notes that we're going to use on this line as we work on these exercises. So let's try that again. 2, ready, go. Now, this line and the lesson that we're doing today is we're learning about slurs. Now, slurs on trombone are a little bit tricky. You can do some slurs, but you also have something that you can do that other people can't do, and that's called a glissando. So what I want you to do is start on the note F and keep blowing while you slowly move your slide. Okay, and that's called a glissando. Let's do that together. Ready? Go. And that is a really cool effect that only the trombones can make. The other instruments can't do that. Okay, try it again. So that's a glissando when you slide from one note to the next. Okay, now slurs are when we go smoothly from one note to the next note. Now we can slur certain notes. So for example, we can slur from F to B flat. So if you play the note F, you can just let it drop down. You try it. Just let that note drop from the high to the low. So that's called a lip slur. Now, the other instruments, I'm going to take out a trumpet right here. The other instruments can do a slur when they change from note to note because they can just blow and move their fingers. So I'm just blowing and moving my fingers. But the problem on the trombone is if I try to do that on the trombone, it's going to sound like a glissando. it's really kind of sloppy. So on trombone, we have to be careful when we slur not to let it sound like a glissando. So if it's supposed to be a glissando, the composer is going to tell you, and we want that glissando sound, and we really want to lean into it and really let it rip. But if it's not, if it's a slur, then we want to make that as smooth as we can make it. So for example, we can slur, let's try slurring from D to B flat. So take the note D, and what I want you to do is real quickly move your slide from 4th position to 1st position and go ta, and just move your slide in and change the air. So ta that first note and then slur to the second note. Ta, ta. Okay, one more time, starting on D. And we'll use that slur again in just a second, okay? Now you can slur from B flat to C, just have to move your slide real quick. You just want to get that as smooth as you can, ta, the way that we would make that. So what I want you to do is take your pencil and for 347, put a T over the B flat and then put an S over the C to show that you're going to ta that first note and then slur to the C. Okay? So it's going to go ta, ta, ta. Hear how I made the nice smooth connection between those first two notes. Now, when I go from F to E flat, I need to make sure that that sounds slurred also. Sometimes when we're slurring, if it's really hard to make it not sound like a glissando, that can be if our slide's moving too slow. But you can use a slight da instead of saying ta real heavy. Just da. So you can hear as I went from the F to the E flat, I made it as smooth as I can. So listen, notice that the notes that are connected with the slur I'm making smooth. Okay, you play with me. You ready? Go. And it's tricky, it takes a lot of practice to just get that to be really smooth on the trombone, but you just want to do your best with that. The next line where you have a bunch of notes slurred, this is something that on trombone we pretty much can't play this way. So we're going to fake it just by using those da's. Da, 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 and make it as smooth as we can. We're not going to go ta, ta, real heavy, but whereas like the first time we played, there's a real crisp separation. We'll just play it as smooth as we can, going from note to note to note. Okay, so let's try that. 350, measure 350, 351 together. 2, ready, go. Were you able to get that smooth? Try to make that as smooth as you can make it. Okay, now let's look at the song Are You Sleeping? This is a good one for being able to practice our slur here because the notes that we're slurring are going to be really nice and clear on the trombone to slur with. So you're going to tongue this first note, tongue the second note, tongue the D, and then slur to that B flat like we were working on earlier. So it's going to go ta, ta, ta. You sing that with me. Ready? Go ta, ta, ta. Sounds like this. You hear how I slurred that? So I do that twice. Ta, 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 ta. Do it with me. Ready? Go. And singing those tas really helps. Sing it with me. Ready? Go. Ta, 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 ta. Okay, let's play it one more time. Ready? Go. Okay, so you're going to keep practicing that to make that as smooth as you can. Then Brother John, you're going to slur from the D to the E flat. Now we're just going one position here, so as long as we move our slide real quick, we'll be able to get that slur in there. So ta the D, slur to the E flat. So take a T over write the letter T over the D, put a letter S over the E flat, and then a T on the F. Ta, ta. Sing that with me. Ready? Go. Ta, 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 ta. Okay? Let's play that together. Ready? Go. Okay, one more time. Ready? Go. Okay, then, so you're going to keep working on that first line. Then the second line, we're going to go. Those happen very quickly, so you're going to have to really move your slide. F, G, F, E flat, D, B flat. F, G, F, E flat, D, B flat. So practice saying those notes, moving your slide through those positions. And then the slur is just like the slur was at the very beginning. D to B flat. Let me try that again. And you want to get da on those last two notes of that. The ending of this song is real nice and straightforward. So that's pretty easy to end that out, okay? So practice this song in these little 2-measure chunks, get the slurs exactly right, get the notes right, your slide positions right, and then you'll be able to put it all together. Here's what it sounds like putting all this whole song together. Take a listen, and then you can rewind it back and play it again with me. Ready? Did you see how when I had those curved line slurs connecting the notes, I was able to make those a nice smooth transition. So that's what your goal is on those, okay? Now on the rain, rain, go away, you can slur, well, on the F to the D that we have here, we're not gonna do a regular slur because this is gonna sound really messy again, like the glissando. So we don't wanna make that. So we use the ta, ta, da, like the little da sound in there, just to make it as smooth as we can. So we'll go F, D, F, F, D, F, F, D, G, F, F, D, and then get a smooth slur. Sorry, I missed the last note. Did you hear though how the slur was nice and smooth? Even though I was using the light da to fake it, I wasn't fully slurring, but I'm making a smooth connection. That's what you want. One more time. 1, 2, ready, go. This is a tricky page. There's some tricky stuff on here. You're gonna have to spend some time practicing it this week. So watch this video again, work on these songs, but as you work on it, it's gonna be a really helpful skill for you to have to play things smoothly, because not all music is choppy. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope it helps you, and I'll see you around.